Good evening, everyone. I'm going to make cookies from the Christmas movie Cookbook. I will link the cookbook down below. This time I'm going to make chocolate chip cookies inspired by the movie Santa Claus, which is one of my absolute favorite Christmas movies. It's going to be giant chocolate chunk cookies. I'm not going to show the exact recipe because this is slightly different than other chocolate chip recipes that I've seen. So first off, we are going to be cutting up chocolate instead of like buying chocolate chips. I have this bar of chocolate and I'm going to cut it with a knife into chunks, and that's how we're going to get the chunks of chocolate in the cookie. But a couple other steps. It's your typical like ingredients. You're going to need baking soda, vanilla, salt, butter, eggs, brown sugar, regular sugar, and of course flour. The slight differences, like I mentioned earlier, is the chocolate. And then after I mix everything together, it says to put the dough in the refrigerator for an hour to chill, which, you guys, come on, no fighting. Anyway, I've chilled dough for like sugar cookies. I cannot say I've ever chilled dough for a chocolate chip cookie, but I'm gonna follow the recipe exactly. So normally, the first step is you cream your butter with your sugar, add the eggs, add the vanilla, and then you slowly mix in your dry ingredients. And then we will fold in the chocolate chips or chocolate chunks. I'll show me cutting this up. So it was 12 ounces of chocolate. This is actually 15 ounces. So I have to take a couple squares off. And this is just some fancy chocolate my husband bought me. It's delicious. It is 36% milk chocolate. The recipe called for your typical semi-sweet chocolate, but I like milk chocolate, so this is what I am going to use. I got 12 ounces of chocolate, and now I'm just gonna just coarsely cut it up like this. Not too small, because I want chunks. You get the idea. Very easy with a sharp knife. I got my chopped up chocolate, my dough. It's looking really good. And so I'm just gonna mix these two in together and then stick it in the fridge for an hour. I have the chocolate folded in. So this recipe says it makes 24 cookies. Does not seem like a lot of dough to me, but we'll see. The dough has been in the fridge for an hour. Now I'm going to scoop the dough out. It says use a 1/4 measuring cup and place 2 inches apart, about 6 cookies per pan, which is actually what I normally do, so that works out. And it says bake for 18 to 20 minutes until golden brown. I am positive I made them too big again, but that's okay. Here we go, in the oven for 18 to 20 minutes? I think so. I baked them for 20 minutes. The book said 18 to 20 minutes, since they were a little bit bigger than probably meant to. I'll let them cool on the pan for a couple minutes while I start rolling out the rest of the cookies. I was able to roll out 8 more balls out of the dough. So that means I made 20 cookies instead of 24 like the recipe predicted. Personally, it's me. I know it's me. I know I'm the problem. I tend to make my cookies bigger than they should, but it's okay. They still look pretty darn good. We'll do a taste test in a couple minutes. It's very, very hot. I know these cookies are way too hot to try, but I don't care. I'm trying them anyway. Oh, don't go fall apart. Shoot, I just dropped a piece of chocolate. Let me grab it real quick. I made them too big, so they probably could be cooked for another minute. I don't mind a little soft cookie, so I'm okay with that. But they're a tad undercooked. But that chocolate. Also, when you make fresh baked cookies, you do need to let them firm up for at least 10 minutes, and I'm pretty bad about that. Oh my god, that's so good. Not chocolate. Okay. So hot. That's so good. That's a good chocolate chip cookie recipe. I'll definitely use that recipe again. But it's so hot. Comparing them to the photo in the book, my chunks look good. My chocolate chunks look good. I don't know how. I've talked about this before whenever I make cookies. I never get my cookies flat. Unless it's a specific recipe where you roll the dough out. But mine are never flat. They're always puffy. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If anyone makes flat chocolate chip cookies, let me know what you do to make them flat like that. I mean, besides pressing them down, which I've never done. Am I supposed to be pressing the balls down? But I think they look pretty darn good. All right, one more taste test. It's been 20 minutes from the first batch. A little warm, but not as piping hot as they were 20 minutes ago. Okay. It's firmed up. They don't seem undercooked to me anymore. They're just super soft, which I love. Oh my God. This is my new favorite chocolate chip recipe. Look at that big chunk of chocolate. So good.